Hello and welcome to the I Am Badass series. This is Lani. I'm so pumped you're here. Today we're going to talk about putting our mental health first. If you can relate to Simone Biles in any way, this episode is for you. Before we get started, click the like button, hit the bell icon so you're notified every week when I release these amazing series episodes so I can help you, so I can share what works for me and the thousands of women that I've shared this with as well. And of course, hit the subscribe button because damn girl, let's go, right? We're in this together. So I was a gymnast. I don't know if you know that. And Simone Biles is my favorite. She's on my manifestation. She's been on my manifestation journal since I started actually shifting from victim mentality, like life is happening to me, oh my God, to taking responsibility for where I am and what I have. And this newfound energy would be a feminine, life is happening by me. Fuck, life is on my team, dude. We're on the same team and life is serving me infinite possibilities and infinite potential. And that is a game changer. And the reason I want to talk about putting our mental health first is because we have this crazy idea as human beings that, oh, Simone Biles is probably totally perfect and never doubts herself because she's got a bajillion gold medals. And this is what we do as human beings. Oh, it's easier for her. Oh, she doesn't know how I feel. Oh, and we just completely keep separating ourselves and we just continue to make all these different scenarios in which it's harder for me and it's easier for you. And this is a freaking long game, dude. We have to take the steps to put our mental health first every freaking day. This isn't a one wham bam thank you ma'am. I was just getting this, on Facebook, it does your memories. And so from a podcast episode years ago, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, it's no coincidence that when I started taking responsibility and I understood finally that I can't do something once or two times or do shit the same way that I did it in the past. I can't do it the same way. I can't go into victim mode. I can't blame everyone else around me. I can't expect to be perfect at things. The expectations that our ego has are totally insane and they're wrong. It's just the bottom line. It's you're okay. So you're here because you're over burnout. I help really successful women, leaders, managers, CEOs, businesswomen, entrepreneurs to overcome burnout, they have everything on paper, but then when it comes to their personal life and their mental health and their well-being, it's really suffering. And for some reason, as a society, we've compartmentalized oh, if you have a gold medal, you're never gonna have mental health issues. Or if you have money, you're good. Or if you have the house and that. I've heard so many women be I have everything on paper and I'm fucking miserable. I feel I'm not good enough. And I know that damn pain. I am no stranger to that. It is hard. I will be the first one to tell you, life is hard. Am I right? That part doesn't go away, but we still get trapped into the ego oh, I'll be happier tomorrow when? If this person just didn't say that. I used to have this story oh, when my clients aren't a pain in the ass, then my life will get easier. And it's well, because I'm put here to continue creating, I have growing problems now. I would much rather have growing problems and work on my mental health and sustain that and streamline my energy because I'm growing and creating versus being freaking banging my head on the damn, it's banging your head every time, bam, 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 in the same spot, just on that hamster wheel. We're gonna have problems either way. We're going to need to have a strong mental health and put our mental health first either way, whether you are settling and super unhappy or whether you're the most successful person in the entire world. No matter what, you don't get to bow out of that. Oh, I'm good. I don't need to, I'm not gonna work on that. It's you don't have a choice, dude. This is just the way that we were created. So the reason I asked, can you resonate with Simone Biles? Because fuck, man, so just in my own life where I don't have the world scrutinized, I don't have the whole world talking shit on me. And I've talked about this so many times with my clients we're just seeing Taylor Swift did that documentary, Justin Bieber did a documentary, Chris Brown did his documentary. I've seen stuff on Shia LaBeouf, however you say his name. And it's I've talked to my clients because we'll get in this mindset where it's like, my life is so hard. They get like one mean message or one rejection. And it's like, dude, zoom out and put this into perspective. Can you imagine having the whole world talk shit on you? At one point, Taylor Swift was like the most like hated person, right, on Twitter. Like she was like, you can fucking, that's a statistic. Like that was proven. That was in a search engine. That is so gnarly and so insane. And it like, this is why it's like, dude, it's not harder for you. Like this part doesn't skip anybody. Like we're all human. We're all born with this, sense, especially the high achievers. I have to be perfect. I can't disappoint anybody. I don't have an identity besides for what I freaking accomplish. Like there's no part of me that gets to just like be me and just like pause and chill and like connect to nature. And man, putting that into perspective, you can imagine having the weight of the world on your shoulders and the entire world watching you and like talking about you and people who won't get off their ass, like putting you down. It's just such a trip. I can resonate so much. And I've never even been in that situation where I had the world staring back at me. But being in our business, it's worldwide. We're super successful. We've done 1.2 million in the last 2.5 years. We've taken responsibility for, keeping our word. We do what we say we're going to do. We have an epic program. We get epic results. And it's like, I definitely want to always show up and do my best. I definitely want to serve. I definitely want to grow and make an impact. So I'm like, okay, like, how can I be a better person? How can I evolve? How can I get even better, faster results? We're always investing in ourselves. We always have coaches. We're always learning, me and my partner, and we're always growing. And like, fuck, man, right? Like being an entrepreneur, it's like some part of us has to be crazy. Like why, what? It's so gnarly. It's so hard. There's so many things that go wrong. There's so many problems every day. So I can relate on the human level of like, dude, when I want to do my best and I like wish everything would go amazing and I want everyone to, be successful. I want everybody to like show up and put the work in to be the best version of themselves. That pressure, like I can totally relate to that. We want to be the best version of ourselves. We want to be super amazing. And we put this crazy, crazy pressure on ourselves. And what happens is, when it gets too heavy, when we don't have like a support system, when we don't know how to, not take those external things like personal, and when we don't know how to like stop identifying with, oh my God, my identity and my worth is attached to this outcome, then it can break us. We can crack. I have cracked. This is the reason I share this. And this is the reason I do what I do. And one of the points that I wanted to do this, episode is, well, you're not alone. No one expects you to be perfect. And I mean, can we just get it out there? Fuck, life is hard sometimes. Sometimes it's like, are you kidding me? Another thing and another thing. I just had my clients are just so beautiful, but they're getting so out of their comfort zones and like, they just come in and blow minds. Just had a client give birth to her rainbow baby. So that was just a huge miracle in and of itself. She just closed a client for the highest price ever and did the sales call while she was breastfeeding and is getting featured in like the 3rd magazine or something like this month. And she was like, wow, you really have to get out of your comfort zone. Like the discomfort that we have to embrace is so insane and so gnarly. I'm probably using different words because she's a little more proper. And, but that's the greatness. Like that's the road, that's the greatness. And nobody gets around that. But there are steps, there are our ways, and there are some really simple ones that we can do straight away. Like don't go on your phone first thing in the morning. Worst thing you could do is if you're already super wound up and have a lot of anxiety and you're getting annoyed or kind of snapping with the temper, do not start working first thing in the morning. That's literally the worst thing you could do. Manage your sleep. So like raise your standards for your sleep. Like that's a huge, huge reason why, women get burned out and move your body, freaking exercise, dude, move your body. I love stretching. It's like so amazing for my mental health. I breathe, I am guided, I'm stretching. Meditation is like such a huge, huge part. It's literally my like natural antidepressant. And again, this isn't woo-woo, like this is proven in science in the quantum field, right? It's quantum physics that scientists can prove when we meditate, they're coherence, like they can actually measure coherence around the brain versus I just call it when we're in our ego and like freaking out and poor me. There's no coherence around the brain, as well as our chronic thoughts. They create, our body is just a side effect, or it's just responding to what we think. So the chronic thoughts first thing in the morning, if they're like stressful and anxious, then you're just releasing toxic chemicals in your body and you are in survival mode. And so when you're in survival mode, there are no opportunities. Like if there is a freaking man with a knife trying to break into your room to like murder and rape you, you're not going to be like, namaste, let me just meditate for a second. Like, so it's the body can't relax. Like we're like, I have one job and that is to survive. And that's what we're doing like in the morning when we're just chronically thinking. So meditation is such an easy one. It's like, it puts a level of coherence around your brain. We can like take a pause, right? That we can literally like lower the stress levels, start releasing tonic chemicals in our body, the dopamine, the serotonin. And it's like, that's when I get goosebumps when I'm speaking to you. Yeah, I always say it. That's what's happening. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm just releasing these like beautiful healing tonic chemicals in my body. And that's not to say that I don't feel sometimes like, what the fuck? This is so gnarly. This is so insane. But the option is for me to just like keep doing stuff the way I was doing it. And like, I know that if I like just be a little bitch and like bitch out and I'm like, that was too hard and the pressure was too much, and like try to blame someone else for my problems or my failures or my rejections, like I would go to bed at the end of the night with so much anxiety, and I would just be like, just what are you doing? Like, because well, what am I gonna do? Scroll on my phone on like TikTok in the meantime? So it's like, I've dug deep enough to be like, if you give up now, you're gonna feel such regret. And it's not like, oh, I mean, I will feel regret at the end of my deathbed for sure. But it's like, dude, I'll feel regret in like 3 hours or 10 hours when it's bedtime. And I don't want to feel that way because I'm a fucking grown up. And like, I've made enough bad decisions and I've gone to bed enough times and woken up enough times with regret that like, I feel like I'm 40 and I can take responsibility for this. I don't have to put myself in a situation where it's like, oh, I quit. Oh, I didn't do this again. So just to recap, no phone first thing in the morning. Like this is how we put our mental health first. I like to put some water in my body. We're going to, meditate so we can put a level of coherence around the brain so we can start releasing these tonic chemicals in the body, move the body, walk, dance, stretch, do something positive. I am like 5 out of 7 days, like minimum, I'm doing my, morning formula. And because it's just like who I am. It's like, is your name Lani? Yes. Do you do your morning formula? Hell yes. It's just the way that it is, because I've tested it the other way and it makes me feel super horrible. It makes me feel really out of control. And I don't like feeling like the pressure is too much. I don't like feeling like, oh my God, I can't control these feelings. I can't control my temper. I'm overwhelmed and exhausted. Like those feelings to me are so gnarly that I'm like willing to do the thing that I don't really want to do because I know that I'm like, dude, the woman who's like freaking writes $12,000 checks to Operation Underground Railroad a month to save kids, the woman who's retired her dad, the woman who is just speaking on stages and teaching all these other women literally how to live up to their full potential, like thousands of people, like she wouldn't even second guess this. Like, of course I'm gonna put my mental health first. So we can take some of those really simple steps, like straight out the gate. The like Hail Mary, the one that like completely changed my life, is I actually reprogrammed and continue to reprogram. So every time I have a goal that I'm, reaching, it's like, if I had the thinking and the behaviors and the actions and the skills to match it, then I would already have it. So I'm like, all right, what thinking do I need? What action do I need to take and what skills? So I know how to like reprogram my thinking. And then the second step is I just invest and find somebody who has the actual recipe, because I always want to do shit faster because I'm 40 and I wasted enough time and I don't want to waste any more time. So I always invest to get the recipe so I can get there as fast as I can. But reprogramming, retraining, like you might have heard, we get all of our beliefs before the age of 7. We're imprinted. So it's like your money beliefs, your relationship beliefs, like they're not really yours. They were sort of passed down like an app on a phone, if you will. But now that you're grown up and now you can choose to have this awareness like, hey, this is obviously my belief because this is what I have. So if we know that everything is energy, and if we know that there are literally infinite possibilities, and we know that in the quantum field that there are infinite possibilities, infinite potential, but when we are in survival mode, we are literally going to focus on the worst possible scenario, the worst possible thing. Why? Because if that doesn't happen, then we have more chance of surviving. So it's like, have you ever gone to the dark side in your head about something so simple, an ex, or, your current partner, or your job, or it's like, when you're in survival mode, you'll go to you have one option and it's worst case scenario. Like, you're not gonna, again, freaking sit down and like, let me just connect to my higher power while I'm in a life or death situation. You're gonna freaking run. You're gonna run, fight, or hide. So we have this beautiful opportunity, we have this beautiful option, and it doesn't mean that life is going to be perfect and everyone's going to love you and you're never going to have any challenges, but it means that you get to do this. Like, do we seriously in 10 years want to sit around and be like, I'm still fucking stuck in survival mode, in passing my blame from one person to the next situation to the next, and be that person just stuck in that loop, just banging your head on the same freaking part every day? Or shall we, because it's like not even woo-woo. I mean, I love woo-woo. I'm all about that energy. I was like feeling this before I even knew there was science. I was like, this is amazing. Like, the first embodied orgasm I ever had without porn or feeling guilty was just this. It was literally just getting out of survival mode and literally opening to infinite possibilities and opening my heart and opening to love. So I was feeling on this way before I even knew. And now it's like science has proven it. We have infinite opportunities. We have infinite choices. We can put our mental health first, and it's a muscle. We can. If you want to get your legs stronger, you go to the gym and you work legs. If you want to get your abs stronger, you go to the gym and you do those exercises. And it's the same with our mental health. It's not different. It's not out of your control. It's not happening to you. It's not harder for you. We actually can go to the mental health gym. It's like so beautiful and so amazing. So there's some tips for you to like just start hitting up your mental health. Some really simple ways, man. I talk to the smartest women and they're fucking smart. And then I'm like, no phone, and they're like, oh, I go on my phone. Like, I'm like, you're so smart. What are you doing? And then it's like, are you just like these basic needs that these women who are really smart and like super successful in their careers are not meeting. So there's basic needs that you can start with now. And then if you're like ready to go on to this like next level, and it's like, okay, so I'm ready to actually like dive deep, reprogram, have the accountability and have the support, then book in a call with my team ASAP. We'll put the link in the description. And if you want to fast track, because that's how I roll. It's like, fuck the fucking slow lane. I want to be in Disneyland with like the bonus, that bonus necklace, and you just get to like go to the front of the line. Like, thank you. My time is so valuable. I will pay for that. I'm cool. I don't need to wait 100 hours in a shitty line in the rain. Like, I've done that before. I know how that feels. So click that link. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you next week. Yeah.